What is up, people? I'm back, baby. Back in the place, back on the YouTube. And so there's something wrong with me. Yeah, I know it's been a while. I'm sorry. I've been a busy boy. Real life has kind of taken over a bit. You know, this isn't my day job. I'm not getting paid to make these videos. I'm working on it though, and I need your help. So if you're subscribed, thank you very much. And if you're new to the channel, maybe help a brother out and hit that subscribe button. Come join the Big G family. But enough of that. Let's get on with the review. What am I reviewing today? Let's take a look. Now, when you stick RGB in front of a peripheral name, chances are it's going to come at a premium cost. Corsair and Razor are able to charge a premium of 50 squids or more for their mouse pads if they put RGB in. 50 squids! Now, I'm a fan of the RGB. I am. I've got LEDs in the office, I've got LEDs behind monitors, I've got LEDs everywhere, but for a mouse mat, 50 squid, I just can't bring myself to do it. So I trawled through the Amazon and found myself one of the cheapest RGB mouse pads to see what it was all about. And what did you pick up, Big G? What did you get? It's a solid question, random YouTube viewer. Let me enlighten you. So for this video, I got my hands on the Empo. For your YouTube viewing pleasure, I picked myself up the Empo 1.3 RGB mouse mat from a company called eBlue. 25 squids or less on Amazon right now. 25 squids, less than half the price of the Razor or Corsair counterparts. I know, you can thank me later, or if you wanted, you can just thank me with hitting that subscribe button. Hit that subscribe button. When you open up the packaging, all you get is the mouse mat and the associated cable. That's it. eBlue ain't messing around. They ain't gonna be tickling no testicles with pamphlets, leaflets, instruction manuals, or advertising stuffs. Give you what you want and leave you to it. Cable looks pretty robust, 1.6 meters long, which is probably long enough to connect your new fancy RGB mouse mat to a power source, whether it be your computer or a plug. Made of a pretty sturdy looking braided material, just for a little bit of life longevity. But the interesting thing about this cable is it comes with a random female USB port, just randomly attached to the end that attaches to the mouse mat. Now this USB port, it's not useless. They just haven't stuck it there randomly, willy-nilly. You can use this female USB port to plug in a charging cable, just plug in a device, your phone, your tablet, some headphones, whatever your heart desires. This additional port acts as a 24/7, you're sitting by your computer charging port. Now granted, after actually using this charging port, if you're looking for cleanliness, if you're looking for some sleek lines, if you're looking to keep your desk clear, this random cable sticking out of your mouse mat cable can maybe mess up your feng shui. But what about the mouse mat? Is it any good? That's what I'm spending 24 squids on. When I first pulled the mouse mat out of the box, I've got to say, I was impressed, but also slightly concerned. The size of this thing is not small. Its footprint is pretty big, 36.5 centimeters wide, 26.5 centimeters deep. That's deep. Length, deep. 36.5 by 26.5 with a mere 0.5 centimeters up off the desk. You don't even know that there's a mouse mat underneath it. It's so thin. The other thing I noticed about its form factor is its weird funky shape. It's not a rectangle per se. It's got some weird funky indents all over the place, kind of looking like Grand Canyon all up in here. But also at the top, there's no raised bump. I'm used to seeing mouse mats with the power input at the top of the mouse mat and having this massive block. So if you've got yourself a mouse that's wired, you're not going to have the problems of that wire catching on the top of the mouse mat as you're moving it about. The sleek flat surface of the charging port inlet place area means that the wires aren't going to catch. The mouse mat comes with a pretty nice array of functions when you plug that bad boy in. It's got its on-off switch, which turns it on or off. I'm sure you probably already knew that. But it also serves another function. A quick depress of this button actually changes the dim of the lights, the brightness of the lights over 3 settings. Now to the left of the on off, you've got yourself your switch button. As you can imagine, pressing this bad boy enables you to switch between the different RGB profiles that the mouse mat has. It's got an array of colours: red, green, blue, purple, white. Then it also has a breathe function, and then also a nice rainbow effect where lights flash around like some sort of crazy policeman on acid on a Saturday night. And the lights don't disappoint. I was kind of expecting for less than 25 squids that the LEDs, the RGB aspect would be somewhat disappointing, but it's not. The lights come out nice and strong, the colours are vibrant. Gotta be honest, the white's looking a bit shaky. It's a shaky white, I ain't gonna lie. But the rest of the colours look pretty spot on. And they're not shy about letting that light shine through. You've got your RGB belt, which kind of goes round the mouse mat, but then like smack bang in some peripheral areas. You've got yourself some lettering that kind of comes through. From a construction point of view, this thing looks pretty solid. It's got a nice rubber base to avoid that table slippage when you're throwing down those crazy 360 no scope shots. Like I know what I'm talking about. I don't know what I'm talking about. The main body of it is constructed from plastic, and then at the top it's got a beautiful hard resin which really does enable that mouse to glide over. I can feel a huge difference when I compare it to the cloth mouse mat that I was using before. I mean, come on, for 23 quid you get yourself an RGB mouse mat that will look good on any desk, great functionality, slightly weird cable, I'll give you that, but 23 quid. Save yourself some money. This is the one.